The greatest challenge in this industry right now is consistency of performance. You get on an aircraft, you expect that the Wi-Fi will continue to perform in a consistent fashion until you land. And that's not what's being delivered typically. That's the problem that we're trying to address.
The vision when we started SmartSky was to transform the experience in the air so that it would be as natural and smooth as it is on the ground. And that has to do with not just the connectivity, but how it feels.
We've been able to bring this network online at record speed. It's both evolutionary and revolutionary. It's evolutionary because it's the next iteration of in-flight connectivity technology, but it's revolutionary because it takes 5G technologies, 4G techniques, and unlicensed spectrum and marries it in a way that no one's ever done before.
For the end user, the experience is no different than they have on the ground. It is their office in the sky. You should be able to get onto the aircraft, connect your Wi-Fi, do your email, watch your videos. That's the experience that we're bringing in, and that's enabled by this network.
The open and constructive discussion between both SmartSky and Cambridge consultants has often shown new light on the task ahead and led to an outcome that neither side thought of. This openness and the transparency and the flexibility that SmartSky has shown to us, which I think has been very important in enabling that process and enabling the speed and efficiency of project delivery.
In the bandwidth that we use, the Wi-Fi bands, there is a lot of interference. If you can imagine, every city, every built-up area, pretty much every street corner, every house has a Wi-Fi access point, and all of that radiates energy up. What we've done is develop technology and a network design that actually allows us to look over or around that noise to help mitigate that interference. This is a breakthrough technology for the industry. What the network allows you to do and allows the aircraft to have a committed beam and committed bandwidth to it. So as you're moving across the network, that beam is your beam. It's following you.
It's just been exciting to see the system mature, and at each step knowing that we were building on a base that was reliable and stable, and so you were confident when we took the next step. And like doing these flight demos, we had 6 people aboard. Each of them had multiple devices. And what did they do? They did all the things that you would do on the ground. So one was on a VPN, one was watching Netflix, one was FaceTiming with their family, another one was listening to a podcast. Then someone got on the cloud and did their sending and receiving large files. And at the same time, we have an application that we're doing with the International Air Transport Association that we call SmartSky to get real-time turbulence data. So it's the office in the sky, the extension of the corporate enterprise, and also all the associated tools that make aviation better too.
The hardest use case to do anything in is aviation. They have FAA requirements that dictate the types of things you can do with an aircraft, and you have FCC requirements that dictate the kinds of things you can do when you communicate. And it's the intersection of those two very stringent sets of rules that makes it so difficult. It's very important to have a supplemental capability, and it doesn't make sense to staff on a development stage all of that capability in-house. You need to have those capabilities in-house to manage it going forward, but it makes a lot of sense to bring best-in-class talent to the company when you need to do the development work.
So the first step that you take in approaching a project like this is really to analyze the entry situation. So both the explicit customer requirements that come, also then what the customer wants to achieve in the long term or at the end of the project. We have a very diverse team. So we were able to get people coming with a fresh approach, looking at these questions and giving fresh insight into how they achieve this.
Finding a partner like Cambridge was vital and fundamental to our success. They became an extension of our own team.
And seeing it here live and knowing that if it wasn't for the Cambridge team, this wouldn't have happened. We wouldn't have been able to staff up quickly enough, get the right talent, something would have changed in the market.
Cambridge is not just a vendor. They're a trusted partner. They are a part of a team, a collaborative part of a team. The invention is important. The delivery is actually more important. You can take your invention, your concepts, your great ideas. If you can't actually create something out of them that's reliable, dependable, then you don't actually have a product. That's what Cambridge helped us do, to go from concept to delivery. That's not something that you can get from anybody.